Okay, here we are for another video blog. This time, you may be able to figure out there, especially there, at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. It's a Friday afternoon. I got here just a little bit after 2. I had to take the crazy long walk back to there where they have the membership to get the free member mug, which you still have to have. Even to get a refill in paper, you've got to have that with you, which is a pain in the ass. So that becomes an anchor you got to carry around the park. Just rode though, Zumanjaro had 0 wait. It's a long ass walk back there, but you got back there and nobody. I rode it 4 times without even getting out of my seat. First time I had ridden that one, I've ridden, I can't remember the tallest one I've ridden, but close to 300 feet. You can really tell the difference with that one. I mean, it just keeps dropping. More than 5 seconds of free fall. Excellent ride. Then I got here and King Dakar was down. Then it opened while I was riding the last time. So I got in that line maybe 15 minutes. And lucked out, got front row. Got the whole front car to myself. I've ridden Dragster, I've ridden Formula Rosa. It was the last super fast coaster I rode, and I was curious how this one can compare to that. And it definitely does not. Formula Rosa, and when I was riding Formula Rosa, sometimes the launch was much more extreme than others. I swear I rode it perhaps the fastest it was ever launched. About a year after it opened. Here comes King of Cobb back. I think I missed the launch. But I mean, still a great launch. Dragster still beats it though, because, well, at least last time I rode Dragster, it doesn't rattle. Front seat rattle a little bit, not too bad. Definitely bearable. If it gets worse further back, it would have been maybe unbearable at those speeds. But still, it's a one-trick pony. But the launch is insane. The hill, the top hat is excellent. The stupid hill that you can see there adds absolutely nothing to the ride. But overall, a great ride. The rest of the park seems pretty dead. The only thing, crazily enough, Superman is listed as like a 50-minute wait, but I don't even think it's open. Everything else is like 5 or 10 minutes. So, pretty great day. I think. Oh no, here comes El Toro over here. Heading over to that next. I think it's got about a 5 or 10 minute wait. So it's supposed to rain today, as you can tell. I don't think it's going to rain. So fantastic day. It's not too hot.
It's not that scary. Oh shit.
The masks are not enforced at all here. There's plenty of people with them under their nose. In line, most people had them on, but pretty similar to Hersheypark. Pretty lax on the mask, which I'm okay with. There's nobody here. You're walking around. There's nobody within 20 feet of you. Why have a mask on? So, pretty good day so far, and hope to get a lot more rides here in. Spent quite a bit of time back here in the Golden Kingdom or whatever they call this area. So, that's it so far for today. All right, here goes King Dakar. You can hear it. See it back there. There we go. So, pretty good ride. Okay, here we are now at El Toro. Just got off again, walked out, front seat ride.
Taking a second line for El Toro, or in the station will be El Toro has a very no list of articles, so no phones, no keys, no bags, no backpacks allowed in line. If we see these items in line, we will ask you to leave. As it is state law, NJSA 514A at 943 that you cannot have these items on you in the station, in the queue line. I'm going to run along the road, someone who's not riding. You cannot go
Okay, well, that was my
pocket.
first time riding El Toro in 9 years. Can't remember when this opened. Wasn't very old when I first rode it. Still smooth and just insane. Today, smooth is not a word to be using. to describe it. You could tell simply by the way the wood looked. Was definitely split all over and everything. You could tell, obviously weathered and aged quite a bit. In the front seat, it wasn't bad, but what amazed me, it even had shuffling to it, which I think you got to just blame Six Flags maintenance on that. The bouncing, maybe maintenance too. I'd heard that the first 2/3 of it or so had been improved. Maybe it has been. I wouldn't have wanted to ride it without that improvement. It's nothing compared to what it was when it opened. And when the only other plug and play I've ridden is T-Express, which I rode like a month after it opened. So I'm used to these being really smooth and insane. Still insane, still a great layout and great hills. All the S-curves near the end are fantastic, but a lot of bouncing. Still a great ride, but I would not consider this the best wooden coaster in the world anymore, for sure. Those days are over until they fix it. I don't really know how well they can fix it. I know they fixed the Colossus over in Europe just recently, was completely retracted. I don't think Intamin made those pieces, though. I don't know if Intamin gave you all the dimensions for the milled pieces when you bought the coaster so you could have someone else make them, or if what they did to fix Colossus over there. I haven't heard any reports on the ride quality. I think it's still all solid wood pieces, but I'm not positive. This needs some serious overhaul, which I would assume is extremely expensive at this point for these, since these did not catch on, and Intamin doesn't really make a lot of spare parts for it, on spare track pieces especially. So a good ride in the lineup here, but sort of temper your expectations a little bit now. So I looked out on El Toro. The ride that was behind me, the last little segment, was the last one for a while. Right after that, the security guy on a bike went by, and then I think 4 other people walked by with security on them. So, and it's been dead since. So, still a great looking coaster. Curious what the future of this thing is going to be, because I think Six Flags is going to have to put some serious money into it to keep it running much longer without becoming very uncomfortable. But who knows, maybe the general public will keep riding it. They ride other shit. This is one of my favorite parts in really any theme park or amusement park, really. Six Flags for sure. Is really, when I first visited back in the 80s when Ultra Twister just opened, it was of course over there where El Toro is. I'm not sure exactly where, but it was on that same plot. Probably took up most of that space, you can see there. But I always loved this, the layout for the mine train and over the water here at the end. The big fort you walk into, and of course the amazing log ride, which I consider one of the best log rides really ever. I mean, definitely can't compete with Splash Mountain and stuff like that, but as far as just a amusement park log ride, this is one of the best. One pretty big lift for the time. Just a bit of an issue there after the lift, probably why it's not open. But then you just meander up above the trees, keep hitting more and more drops until you're all the way down to the bottom, and then you take the second lift just for the drop at the end. I don't think it ever had a splashway uphill section. Could be wrong on that, but I don't think it did. And when I rode it back in the 80s, it didn't have one. But can't wait to ride this with my little girl who loves log rides, but glad I didn't bring her here. She would be very upset, and I don't see it opening anytime soon. There's a fatal flaw that it has. So I'm going to ride the mine train here real quick. Probably going to skip Medusa or Bizarro, whatever. Head over to Nitro. Oh, there goes El Toro again. Looks like they got a full train there. They're putting a row of empties between every group, basically. So if you got a group of 6, you can be in 3 rows in a row. But then there has to be an empty one after it for the next group. What a sad sight this is. Really looking forward to riding Jersey Devil. Clearly quite a bit left to go. Probably the first half or so, and obviously all the high parts. Guess I'll have to wait for next year. Should be a fantastic ride though. So now we're ready to ride one of my favorite Hypers, Nitro. First time I ever rode this, I swear, on the second hill when you go to the left. I thought the damn train was going to fall off. Just the negative G's you get just in the perfect time scared the bejeebies out of me. It shouldn't happen very much on roller coasters anymore. But this is really a fantastic B&M hyper coaster. So hopefully get a couple rides on it before the park closes. Might go ride the stupid Joker coaster here before everything closes too. Well, I think that's gonna be it for the day. I got 2 Nitro rides. The first one, back row, absolutely phenomenal. Definitely made me remember why I like that so much. Definitely a great replacement for Apollo's Chariot that I can't go ride a lot anymore. Just really fantastic layout, and there were 2 brakes on the outrun, but neither one of them seemed to be hitting at all. Serious airtime throughout the whole ride. Second ride I rode, I don't know, 4th or 5th row. Don't know if it was on the other train. That's one thing I gotta hand it to them. They're running multiple trains on most everything today, at least 2 trains. Keep the lines down without that big of a crowd, really. Second ride was really rough, very bouncy. You could even hear the, I don't know if it was just one wheel, but you could hear on every, on the bottom of each hill. So there was at least one wheel that's very non-round and was making it a fairly bumpy ride. Nowhere near as good as the first one. Still a great ride, but upkeep seems to be a bit of a theme here today. So I came to ride Batman the Ride. This is my last ride for the day. This is pretty similar to the original one in Chicago as far as the layout or the whole experience in the front. I rode the very first Batman on its opening day. I was on the second train out, so I didn't even see the first train go. All I saw was this track hanging, or track under, or the track with the coaster underneath going, what the fuck is this? Obviously I'd seen Arrow suspended, but the ride just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. So this is a pretty big ride for me. And that was actually a day or 2 after I finished college. So this is an important ride to me. I don't think I'd ever ridden this one. I've been here a couple times when it was here, but I don't think I ever rode it. So I wanted to make sure I got the credit here today. And this one's running a little rough. The thing is so damn intense. I mean, still insane on the intensity meter. Great compact inverted. They really knocked it out of the park 28 years ago. So decent day. I was only here 4 hours, but got quite a few rides in. Rode all the big rides. Never got around to Joker, but it looked like they were running only 1 train on the track at a time, which I can only imagine how long that wait must be for what looks to be a crap experience anyway. So that was the only other one. I haven't ridden Green Lantern here either. It had a short line when I got here, but it was fairly low on my list. I haven't ridden it. I didn't ride it in Kentucky Kingdom when it was Chang, so I need to get that credit. Not sure if I've ridden the Superman here or not either. I gotta look at my list. I think I did. I'm not positive. So that may be something I can get here too now that I'm only a little over an hour away. So pretty good day here. If you like what you saw, I'm trying to do more of these vlogs, see if folks like them. And subscribe to my channel down here. and there's, you know, tons of park POVs on there, a lot of water slide POVs I've taken, some original stuff, a lot of haunted house stuff coming up here on Halloween time, and a lot of parks aren't going to be having it, so you can get on my channel and see all the old Not Scary Farms, Universal walkthroughs, and Bill and Ted shows. So, thanks for watching.